guys, it's Jessie V, and wow, I have quite the update for all of you. Today I had initially planned to do that video where I react to the diary entries that you sent in to me, and I'm still planning on doing that video for sure, maybe tomorrow or the next day. I've collected just tons and tons of your entries and they're all really great, so I am still doing that, don't worry, but I got some news over the weekend and I thought that was sort of more important in this moment because for those of you that have been on my channel for the last 2 years, I have been doing a series about my missing friend, and if some of you are new subscribers, I would highly encourage you to pause this video right now and go watch the other videos that I made about her. I think I've made like 4 other ones, I'm not too sure. All you have to do is look up Jessie V missing friend, it will come up. I know so many of you have been just along with me for this crazy ride. I think a lot of you are just as immersed in it as I am because I really do care about this girl. I was best friends with her for a very long time. Just to give you sort of a brief history if you don't want to look at the other videos, her and I were best friends in elementary school and then we ended up getting into an arts high school. So we went there together for the first 2 years, and then one day she didn't show up for school and then she didn't answer my texts or my calls or anything. She just sort of disappeared off this earth and literally no one knew where she went. The teachers said that they did, but they weren't allowed to say anything, so it was just this giant mystery to me, and in a way I was just hurt because I couldn't believe she didn't say goodbye or didn't have enough trust in me to like tell me what was going on in her life before she ran away. So yeah, it's just been a really emotional journey. I think the last update I did about her I thought would literally be the last. Like, I had no idea I would be making another one of these videos for you today. The last time I talked to her, she had contacted me on Tumblr. She did it anonymously, and at first I thought that maybe it was one of my subscribers just sort of messing with me, but then she started to tell me some memories that only her and I shared together, so it would be impossible for anybody else to know. But she basically told me not to worry about her anymore and to just know that she's okay, and she didn't give me a lot of information about what happened to her, but she gave me enough that I did feel some closure, and I thought that maybe that would be the last time I had ever heard from her until this past weekend. So I've told you guys this before, but I get anonymous and just random calls from all over the world sometimes. Like, I think each day I get maybe 2 just random calls, like a call from like Texas or a call from, I don't know, the UK, just like random numbers call me all the time. And I don't know if it's like telemarketers or just some like spam companies, or if it's like subscribers that have somehow found my numbers, but because I just get random calls, I don't answer them because if it is a subscriber, I don't want to pick up and then recognize my voice and then like tell the world about my number. And if it is like some spam company, like I don't want to talk to them either. So basically, I just feel better not answering these like private random calls. So over the weekend, I believe it was Saturday, I got a call in the morning from a number that I did not recognize. So as I said, I just sort of let it ring and didn't pick it up and just forgot about it. And then in the evening, I think around 7 p.m., I got the same number calling me once again, and I sort of ignored it. And it's not unusual for the same number to call me multiple times. I actually have to block numbers quite a lot because they'll call me like 7 times a day and I literally don't know who they are. Like, I'll look up their number online and it'll just come up as some like random person, or I don't know. I just don't answer these calls, okay? So this particular number called me twice on Saturday, didn't pick up. Sunday comes around and I get a text in the morning from that number that I wasn't answering. And I could see before even opening the message that it said like, "Hey Jessie, tried calling you yesterday." And then when I opened it, it was this giant paragraph. Let me actually just read you a bit of what she said. I'm not going to tell you the entire conversation because it is pretty private. But she said, "Hey Jessie, I tried calling you a couple times yesterday and I'm assuming you didn't pick up because you didn't recognize the number. I really hope you have the same number as you did in high school, because if not, then I'm messaging some random stranger, lol." And then she just goes on to say how she contacted me on Tumblr and she thought that that would be the last time, just like I did. But she said that a lot has changed in her life since then. She is my age, she is 24, so she is an adult now, and that means she's able to sort of get out of the house she's living in and live her own life and make her own choices and do what she wants to do. And she said that she's decided to move back to Ontario, which is where I am. It's where she grew up, it's house where all of her old friends are, and she'd just like to come back here and just sort of be around us all again. She said that her parents respect her decision because whatever she was going through back in high school that caused her to leave and sort of change her identity and change all of her information, that is not going on anymore. Whatever it was, it's been resolved, and she's at the age now where she can just go on her own and do what she wants. Now, she still hasn't told me what that whole ordeal was that she was going through in high school. She says it's actually something that she'd rather not talk about over the phone, but in person. I think she's just paranoid somehow that someone will read it or something. I'm not too sure, but I totally understand where she's coming from. So apparently she's moving back to Ontario in 2 months. So I'm so excited about that. I don't really know how long it's gonna take for me to see her. I really don't have a lot of answers right now. I just know that she's coming back and she is willing to sit down and talk to me about stuff, and I can't guarantee that I can tell you guys any of the stuff that she's gonna tell me out of respect for her. But she did also tell me that she has been watching my videos for the past 2 years. I think she also told me that on Tumblr, but she said that she literally has been watching the videos that I've been making about her, and that she just feels so comforted and loved by all the comments that you've been putting in the videos, and she feels like she really knows me and you guys so well over the past couple years. And she mentioned that she does want to come on my channel and sit down for a video. She doesn't want to show her face. So if we do a sort of interview thing, it would have to be her off camera and just showing me talking to her. She's okay with her voice being heard, but I think she just wants to stay out of the spotlight sort of thing. And I never asked her to even come on my channel or anything. This was all her idea because I would never want to put someone in that position that has been through so much. That she seems really intrigued by all of you and by all of you knowing this story, and she's totally fine with you guys knowing this story because I never said her name or gave out any personal information that she could be found. I was always very vague about it. So from here on, any information that she allows me to tell you guys, I will, but I will always go through her first. For instance, she's okay with me giving this update to you guys. And she also wrote something for me to tell you guys. Let me just find it. Thank you all for caring so much about me. I've been watching Jesse's videos the last couple years, and it made me feel comforted to read your comments and to know people were thinking about me and were concerned for me. I'd like to explain myself further, so if I ever get a chance to, I will. I'm in a better place now, and I have permission from the other people involved to come forward about what's been going on in my life. Though I can't say everything, many of your questions will be answered. I'd like to be in a video one day, that's my goal, but if not, I'll write Jessie a long letter and she can read it to you. Thank you all again. Even though I haven't met you guys, I love you. That is so sweet. She did say that her being in a video or her writing me a long letter about what actually happened in high school might take a while for her to come forward to do. A while could mean 6 months from now, a while could mean a year from now. I honestly have no idea, and I'm not gonna pressure her either. I'm not gonna bring this up to her again. Whenever she wants to come to me, I'll let her do that because I would never want to like put that pressure on her. And for those of you who are wondering, like, Jessie, how do you know for sure that this is her you're talking to? That is a very valid question and a very understandable one. I did get her to prove it to me because I was kind of nervous that it wasn't her, and I didn't want to be talking to somebody that was just messing with me. So she told me another memory that only happened between the both of us, and it's this one time we went to the ice cream store by my house, and on our way out of the store, the ice cream place had these like giant glass windows and a giant glass door, and she was in the middle of talking to me, and she was sort of walking backwards while eating her ice cream, and she turned last minute and literally knocked right into the glass, and her ice cream just got smeared all over it, and she was on the floor dying of laughter. Like, she just thought it was so funny. Like, if I was in her position, I'd be so embarrassed, but she never got embarrassed about that kind of stuff. So she told me that memory, and it was just her and I at that place. So I was like, okay, it's gotta be her. And it's actually lucky for her that I have not changed my number since high school. I've literally had this number since I think grade 9, but I have changed my phone like I think twice since I've known her. So I don't have her number anymore, but I think her number changed anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, I just think everything happens for a reason, and I'm very glad that she contacted me, and I thought you guys would appreciate me telling you this. And as I said before, she did give me permission to tell you guys about this update. So yeah, I guess when she moves back in 2 months, her and I will just hang out, and whenever she's ready to talk to you guys, I don't know how long that will be, she will. But I guess as I make more of these videos, it just gives you guys more and more closure. And yeah, that's all I have to say today. Don't worry, I will be reacting reacting to your diary entries either tomorrow or the day after, but I do have a bunch of them. And I just hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!